Bukig National Agricultural and Technical School is a public secondary educational institution located at the western part of Apari, Cagayan, making it relatively affordable and accessible in the community. The programs offered are the result of 61 years of service since its establishment as the Bukig National Rural High School at the stance of community elders and leaders who felt the dire need for secondary education for their children that provides safe, comfortable, and equipped learning environment. We provide instructions, technical skills, and academic knowledge needed to prepare life after high school, future employment, and successful transition to post-secondary education. The school is currently implementing the K-12 basic education programs, offering both junior and senior high school. Under the strengthened technical vocational education program of the junior high school, we offer exploratory, agri-crop production NC2, animal production NC2, automotive servicing NC2, carpentry NC2, computer systems servicing NC2, food processing NC2, and dressmaking NC2. For the senior high school program under the academic track, we offer science, technology, engineering and mathematics, and humanities and social sciences. For technical, vocational, and livelihood track, we offer artificial insemination NC2, pest management NC2, organic agriculture NC2, and slaughtering operations NC2 under agri-fishery arts, and bread and pastry production NC2, food and beverages services NC2, and cookery NC2 under home economics strand. These offerings are designed to provide utmost development of the individual as a total person, equipped with technical, vocational, and academic competencies, proper work ethics, and desirable values that will make every graduate economically stable, responsible, law-abiding, productive, and competitive in the world of work. The commitment of the teachers and employees, parents, stakeholders in the community to support the implementation of the strengthened technical vocational education and the K-12 program and their related activities gained more support and inspired the school management to hold on to the vision, mission, and goals of the basic education. Building minds, nurturing skills, raising leaders. One school, one family, one community. Bukig National Agricultural and Technical School, the home of productive sowers.
As it is.
Heavenly Father, we come before you today with humble hearts and with gratefulness for all the wonders and blessings you have showered upon us, especially this day, our graduation. We thank you, Father God, for sustaining us strength to overcome trials since the first day up to this time of the day. We thank you for the opportunities you gave us, for all the people we've met and became friends with, for all the days of joy and laughter, and for all life's tremendous moments of discovery and learning. Thank you for giving us opportunity to study in our chosen fields and learn new knowledge and skills. We thank you as well, O Lord, for our parents, teachers, school administrators, and friends who have taken their time to be with us all throughout, in presence or in prayers, to cheer us when outcomes do not go the way we want them. Father, this occasion is indeed one of those things you will take us as we live our lives ahead. This graduation is not about the medals to be received at the end of the day. nor the one who will emerge as the best. This is about the great opportunity to be blessed by you. As this chapter of our lives comes to an end, we embark on a new adventure. Lord, continue to instill in us a desire to grow and develop as we go. May we all find ways to treasure the memories we've made and look forward to the new challenges that lie ahead with courage in our hearts. Lord, guide our footsteps and lead us in the right direction. Fill our hearts and minds with your thoughts, will, and love. Father, once again, as we dedicate this celebration to you, we thank you for leading and guiding us. We ask through Christ our Lord. Amen.
Heartwarming messages add pleasure and excitement to this meaningful occasion. To welcome us all and make lead-off points, we now lend our ears to Angeline F. Cabayu with high honors.
To our supportive schools division superintendent, Dr. Orlando E. Manuel, CESO 5. To our brilliant public schools district supervisor, Mr. Renato A. Hernandez Jr. Our humble and active school principal, Dr. Edward D. Garcia. To the equally workaholic department heads, teachers and staffs, fellow graduates, parents and spectators, a pleasant evening to each and everyone. The COVID-19 pandemic has led to a conspicuous loss of human life worldwide and presents an unrivaled challenge to universal health, food systems, and the world of work. The education sector was not spared to these tremendous times of crisis. In this case, schools shut all across the world. But this did not stop us to go beyond the ordinary and rise above the ashes of this extreme dilemma. It has been 2 years since COVID-19 set foot in our lives. Our experiences were undeniably strenuous and grueling. But we remarkably made it with another strands of unforeseen hopes, some indispensable learnings and worth-keeping advantages for life to be grateful for. We must not lose aspiration because this will end soon. And if that happens, we will rise stronger than ever. This graduation ceremony is a manifestation of our success as one educational community that fosters resilience, dauntlessness, and passion to make a substantial move towards the threshold of our future. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this meaningful celebration of senior high school commencement exercise, the virtual ceremony. Enjoy this event till your heart's content. Thank you and God bless us all.
Commencement becomes the highlight of the educational journey of our candidates for graduation who completed their requirements. Let's move on to the presentation of candidates for graduation by our school head, Dr. Edward D. Garcia. Afterwards, the
We now listen to the inspiring and congratulatory messages of our DepEd Secretary, Madam Leonor Magtolis Briones, to be followed by the messages of our Regional Director for Regional Office 2, Dr. Benjamin D. Paragas, CESA 5, and our Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Orlando E. Manuel, CESA 5.
Good day to each and everyone who is attending virtually present at this time of our graduation ceremonies for our beloved and very precious graduates for the school year which ends at this time. First of all, I'd like to greet the parents and family members without whose sacrifices, whose reminders, and whose participation in the learning process for our graduates have resulted in this culmination program. This year, your role has changed drastically, where we've always believed that the matter of educating our children rests nearly exclusively on our teachers and our staff. This time, you parents, you family members, you who are in the households of our learners have expanded your role and contributed to this wonderful day wherein finally our learners are graduating in this culmination exercise. So congratulations, because this year has not been very easy, has not been a picnic for our teachers, for our family members, as well, especially the parents, mothers, fathers, sisters, brothers, and all who have contributed to the achievement of our learners at this time. So, maraming salamat at congratulations, parents and family members. Mas malaki ang role ninyo at this time compared to earlier graduation exercises. Secondly, I would also like to greet our teachers, without whose very careful review and careful supervision of the work of our pupils and our learners, this event would not be taking place at all. And so thanks. Your role has also expanded, in addition to seeing to it that the modules are faithfully followed, the assignments are correctly implemented, and the learners are truly learning. And you have had to deal with new ways of assessing the performance also of the learners. So congratulations, teachers, for enduring, for your patience, for your love for our learners, and your willingness to engage in a way and methods of teaching which are different from those which are used to. Assessment must have been especially difficult for you, especially since you were not able to see most of the time our students in face-to-face meetings, and most of the meetings, of course, were virtual. We'd also like to thank the local government units for their interest, for their cooperation, and for their continuing contributions to the needs of education, even as our children do not go to school. Your donations of material as well as financial resources at this time are most welcome, and your advice has been taken seriously not only by our teachers, by our school officials, but also by our officials in the Department of Education. We continually talk with local government units, especially in times of disaster, in times of great need for classrooms, for space, and for responses to unforeseen emergencies. Thank you, local government units. But of course, most of the congratulatory greetings fall on the deserving graduate. Each and every one of you is truly special. You are different from the other graduates who have passed through the portals of your school. You went to school practically without seeing your teachers, if at all. You went to school with your parents, your mothers, and your fathers hovering over your shoulders and seeing to it that you are able to complete your assignments. You are completing your studies at a time when examinations and assessments are different. You are culminating these long months of hard work at this time, even as you have to do family chores, even as you are distracted, and even as your world has turned upside down, and it seems and it appears as if we don't know what the future holds and what will happen next. But you have persevered, and now you are ready to graduate. And therefore, you deserve each and every bit of congratulations from us in the Department of Education, from your parents and family members, your teachers, from the officials in local government, as well as in the parent teachers associations. You deserve each and every single congratulatory pat on your back, each hug virtually, of course, and each greeting, which I am sure you are also receiving virtually.
They say music is an
My cordial greetings to all. During these tough times, as we operate within imperfect circumstances, we see the unfolding of one of the most beautiful things ever made on earth, the success of our young people in their academic journey as they inch day by day towards their dreams. To our dear learners, without a doubt, during these trying times, the struggles have been real and the challenges almost insurmountable. Today, we witness sense of purpose, direction, and meaning winning over every sign of difficulty that came your way as you toiled ceaselessly in the vineyard of education. Our theme this year, strengthening the quality of education amid the COVID-19 pandemic, in a huge way recognizes our strength as people who cannot be floored by even the strongest of challenges. In fact, we have proven that together, working for a common vision, we are an armada of strong-willed individuals who cannot be swayed and discouraged by tribulations. Thanks for that deep sense of motivation that makes half the job accomplished. We have also shown that innovative minds always rule the day, and that makes us prepared to confront each challenge that will beset us. The years do not promise an easy journey, and with the threat of the pandemic still lurking around, the going will get tough, and the tough must keep going. And the spirit cannot be broken and will surely prevail. It is an irrefragable fact that despite our cling to varied ways of life, we have shown how united we can be in advancing the common agenda in education. We have done our share in realizing our ultimate goal of producing holistically developed K-12 basic education curriculum graduates who are not only knowledgeable and competent, but also value-laden and discerning. We are diverse in culture, and so we may have varied performances in all that we do, but we share a common goal to be the best version of ourselves so we can be of help to others in the best way we can. Our sense of shared destiny has allowed us to bend without breaking, to attune our actions and efforts to the agenda of national leadership, but it too proved that we can do so without diminishing our long-held principles, that indeed it takes a village to raise a child. Each one of us, no matter how diverse, is a strand in the colorful fabric of human civilization. This is the value that we want you, our dear graduates, to embrace and be proud of. Our sense of identity, either on a regional or national landscape, must remain an important consideration in achieving our goals and compromising it to favor new thoughts and ways of thinking must never be an option. We must continue to prove the world that even in the face of a dreaded pandemic, quality education can have its way through. The Department of Education Region 2 has unambiguously laid down in its Regional Education Development Plan all its projects, programs, and activities that shall inspire service above self and only about the future of learners who shall eventually assume significant roles in nation building. May you continue to be a proof that the kind of education our country is one for the world to share. Congratulations, dear parents, dear teachers, and to all of you learners. Mabuhay kayong lahat.
Congratulations to our most unique batch of learners for the school year 2020-2021. To our graduates, completers, and honor students who will reap the fruits of sacrifices they have invested in this most challenging and most memorable school year, let this significant milestone of your lives be recorded as great achievement to be shared by your beloved parents who work closely with you this school year. Appreciation is also accorded to our administrators, teachers, personnel, internal and external stakeholders, and to the whole staff who work together to ensure your success. We also thank the Department of Education for insisting that education must continue in this brave new world. Thank you, Madam Secretary, Honorable Leonor Magtolis Briones, for the said battle cry. The theme of this end of school year writes, strengthening the quality of education amid the COVID-19 pandemic is very much fitting because you are the first batch to complete this school year as a brave group of learners during this school year. The future will always have a place for people who prepared themselves today and forge ahead with purpose and great intent to grow and serve. In diversity and adversity, we can find opportunities to reach out and build bridges of hope. In difficulty, the chance to be altruistic and in challenges, reasons to learn and rise to the situation. Our country needs graduates and learners who will commit to uphold and enhance the best of what it has to offer as young citizens who are as patriotic as they are competent, skilled, and innovative. As we move closer to your aspirations for others and to do more, not only for yourselves, but also for your fellow Filipinos, continue to be connected with our divine providence. Again, congratulations to you, our dear graduates and completers. We wish all the best in your future endeavors. God bless, stay safe, stay healthy, mabuhay!
Each of you exudes a great promise of advancement in your lives, not for yourselves alone, but also for others and for the country.
With all the teachings you've learned and values you've upheld, you can be better individuals ready to make a change.
Diploma is an attestation conferring some honor and privilege for the graduates. We now come to the most awaited part of our undertaking, the distribution of diplomas to our graduates.
Abad Jonalyn M. Abinan Andrew Ace B. Aguinaldo Andre May. Agustin Christine Joy D. Agustin Nicolai S. Agustin Stephanie S. Agustin Valerie May A. Alamo Nestor B. Alibaja Dayan R. Apolinario Jaylor J. Aquino John Michael Y. Aquino Mary Joy B. Arellano Jomari C. Arquilio Angeline A. Asidao Christine May N. Asidao Jerry L. Bada Lance Kaiser A. Balao Arnel B. Balbin Christopher Rose B. Baldiviso Irame T. Banyel Alvin Jake C. Banyel Larissa T. Banyel Roderick A. Barcarce Abigail L. Barlahan Junel A. Basilio Jacqueline A. Burbano Joseph G. Burbano Joylyn F. Burbano Maya Joy C. Burbano Ruth D. Burbano Talma N. Bikay Argilord C. Rosito Janaisa C. Kabanglan April D. Kabayu Angeline F. Cabiles John Michael S. Kabusi Roslyn E. Calcidona Marjorie L. Callejo MJ A. Callejo Vince JVF. Campos Hazelin Joy D. Cantor Rika May N. Kapili Kenji Carl F. Castro Sheena S. Corpus Kalin M. Costales Ira B. Kutaran Lexi M. Dalumay Christian T. Danao Emmanuel Jem P. Danao Jovelyn A. Danao Rhea Joy A. De la Cruz Janina B. De la Cruz Michael Aris B. Estanes Angeline C. Fernando Arnold Jr. M. Flores Jeremiah P. Fontanilla Kent Dave M. Gabrielle Marjolin P. Guzman Shelomay A. Gatotos Marivic Q. Henobebe Michael Angelo M. Gregorio Charlotte Jane A. Guillermo Johnson B. Javier Mylin E. Lausilio Glyza R. Lesten Nico M. Lester Rajan R. Lester Rian Shane Q. Lester Rafael Jane A. Lucero Gwyneth P. Mabago Elmer Jr. P. Macatdon Jose Jr. N. Madriaga Chester P. Madriaga Rosel A. Manzano Arnold Jr. D. Maximo May Eliza Kate R. Montañas Rhea L. Montebon Zaira Marie R. Narbonita Ansel L. Paa Kenji Stephen P. Pablo Brian John E. Pablo Edna G. Paet John Patrick D. Paet Pio M. Pasqua Pauline Blaze R. Pastor Angelica. Patubo Rexon P. Perez John Carlo M. Persona Julimark Y. Pescador Jason B. Pichay Jepoy A. Piga Gilbert P. Piga Joyce Ann A. Pigaw Jasmine Marie P. Kilang Mariz T. Kilang Marvin T. Kinagoran Joan C. Rabang Lovely May J. Ramilio James Larry G. Rasay Senya Katrina M. Retamal Alexander Jr. H. Rielo Freddy P. Rielo Joshua F. Rivera John Lord N. Rivera Romnick A. Rodrigo Judelin B. Ruatos Judy Ann S. Ruatos Lizelle L. Sabal Jerica May G. Saban Kimshi R. Salud Ace Verhel J. Salud Cecil P. Salud Divine P. Silva Maribel R. Simpliciano Trisha C. Siriban Arvelin C. Season Merly C. Solita Ferdinand. Tabalan Jed A. Tabangin Joan C. Tablak Christian P. Tabunan Edmar A. Tabunot Crizame P. Tadle Arsenio Jr. U. Taguba Lovely Pearl V. Tapuro Micaela G. Tejada John Ismael B. Tejano Jesse Jr. M. Ternora Jasmine B. Torres Arniel B. Torres Cherise Creel C. Toscano Jevi G. Unciano Maylin M. Valentin Marknil L. Valentin Nicolette G. Valye Raymark P. Vasquez Wendian U. Vidad Lorian N. Yoldi Shanamay R. Zamboanga Christian Paul O. Academic Excellence Awards recognize time, commitment, and effort exerted by all learners, as well as promote a culture of excellence and growth mindset. Ladies and gentlemen, the Academic Excellence Awardees. Kabayu Angeline F. with high honors. Macatdon Jose Jr. N. with high honors. Abad Jonalyn. It is best to recognize the family and community which made all things possible, guiding and helping our learners to be the best version of themselves and finally move closer to their aspirations. Let us listen to the Thanksgiving message of Jose N. Macatdon Jr. with high honors.
Honored Commencement Speaker, our esteemed Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Orlando Emanuel, CESO 5, our untiring Public Schools District Supervisor, Mr. Renato E. Hernandez Jr., our dynamic school principal, Dr. Edward D. Garcia, dearest faculty and staff, proud parents and relatives, friends, my fellow graduates, ladies and gentlemen, a blessed evening to all. We were all unprepared for this unprecedented crisis brought about by COVID-19 pandemic. Everything turned into something we are not used to. Threats are everywhere. Risks were inevitable. Everything has restrictions, but who are we to neglect the protocols? Through the strong willpower of the education service providers, they chose us and the future ahead of us. We were all challenged by the sudden shifts, especially on how education will be catered with the new modalities. Our resilience and adaptation cannot be underestimated. I can say we made it. Indeed, education is beyond the measures of power as one of the vital pillars of the society and an indispensable ingredient of life. It yields a tremendous capacity to hurdle uncertainties of life. It is more than a metaphorical representation of a pandemic. It has the power to change our course of life. Today, speaking and sharing with you my thoughts is really a great privilege. Looking back, I vividly remember the first moment of my life that made my heart pound, and it all started here at Binats. The first moment I found my courage amidst my fears and self-doubts. The moment I found my ball of inspiration by playing volleyball, where I learned the value of teamwork, discipline, perseverance, and hard work. The moment when I first operated a welding machine that eventually sparked my interest to genuinely uphold a clearer perspective of my dreams. As we begin this momentous transition, I believe that greater and more significant hassles will confront us, but we will never be wavered. This is what we are, the Tatak Binasians warriors. At this juncture, allow me to acknowledge and give my sincerest appreciations to the people behind this historic endeavor. To our beloved Bukid National Agricultural and Technical School, our alma mater, for being our second home. To the teaching and non-teaching staff, headed by the ever strong-willed principal, Dr. Edward D. Garcia, thank you for all the knowledge, skills, and values that you have imparted. Your genuine concern and untiring guidance and support despite the challenges brought by COVID-19 will always be remembered. To our family, Ma, Pa, Manang, Manong, Ading, Tito, Tita, Lolo, and Lola, for their unending love and support, for providing all of our needs, financially, spiritually, and morally, for your patience and understanding, and for being there for us no matter what happens. To my fellow graduates, classmates, and friends, for bringing joy and laughter, for being each other's shoulders when things were tough. Thank you. Lastly, to the Almighty God for always making us safe and sound. Thank you, Lord, for giving us the above-mentioned people in our journey, for making all things possible. Highest praise to you, Lord. As I end my speech, let me leave this message to my fellow graduates, students, and listeners. All journeys exist with doubts and confusions, but all that I know, it takes millions of prayers, hard work, and perseverance to herald the journey of shaping who we want to be. Fellow graduates, may all of us reach our dreams to fit the world of success. We will be future attorneys, doctors, engineers, nurses, sailors, soldiers, teachers, artists, and more. Congratulations, batch 2020 and 2021. We've done it, finally. Good luck and God bless us all. Padayon.
One of the most important personalities who unselfishly gave us a vital fragment of her time just to be part of this celebration will be giving us her words of inspiration.
Let us explore some of her life's most important details, especially on achieving
daughter, Gasat. When I learned about it, I was very afraid because there is a big possibility that my parents will not allow me to continue with my studies. However, my fear was proven to be unfounded because when my father learned about the news, we had a talk. And during that talk, although it was apparent in his face that he was very disappointed in me, I did not hear any hurtful words from him or accusations. Instead, he looked me in the eyes and said, "Agbasa ka anagarod, tipakan mo to kindeta anak mo." And for that, I am forever grateful. Because despite what happened, my parents still supported me and my daughter. And that, I continued my studies. And when my daughter arrived, my parents, my mother and father, including my siblings, Ate Badet, Ate Len, and Anib, accepted her wholeheartedly. Although some hurled hurtful words towards me, and I often experienced discrimination, I persevered to finish my degree. I have a very strong support system. That is why I am very lucky. I have my supportive family, and I also have a very protective true circle of friends during college who were always there to support me and give me the push that I need. Fast forward, after many sleepless nights, hardship, and discrimination, I was able to graduate. Months after graduation in college, I was able to land in a job as an administrative assistant. And for the very first time, I was able to support all the needs of my child. However, as my position was only an entry job, the pay was very low. And every month, after receipt of my salary, it is immediately spent to the needs of my child. For milk, diapers, vitamins, clothes, and vaccines. And often I am left with barely enough for my transportation to and from my work. Becoming a lawyer has been the lifelong dream of my father. He even graduated Bachelor's of Law. However, he was forced to give up his dreams because of his responsibilities to us. When I was a child, I remember my father tell his friends that among my siblings, it is I who will follow his footsteps and fulfill his lifelong dream of becoming a lawyer. On that reason, it became my dream also. However, after college, after everything that has happened, pursuing that dream seems implausible. 4 months of working, my sister, Ate Badet, called me and asked me, "Do you still want to pursue your dream of becoming a lawyer?" Of course, I answered yes. However, I do not have the capability to do so. To that, she told me, "Ikanak may isa nga tawon. Nagplastar tapag basaan ka. Uray kat adamod nita MMSU nga pag-enrollam." I held to her promise. You see, on the year 2014, I again embarked in a new chapter of my life. I enrolled at the MMSU College of Law. In the beginning, I was a working student. I worked from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. I go to class from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. And at the end, I take care of the needs of my child. It was very hard. I have little time to sleep. You see, College of Law is no joke. In every subject, you have tons of readings, cases, and books. The subjects are taught in Socratic method. You have to argue every day. And I was on the verge of giving up. That is when I asked the help of my sister again, Ate Badet. I told her, "If you really intend to help me in finishing this, give me your full support and I will quit my job so that I can fully focus on my studies." I was very lucky because Ate Len was also in Saudi. And to that, they answered yes, they will support me in my studies. And then, I quit my job and become a full-time student. On my second year, I failed 2 subjects. Those were my major subjects, despite exerting a lot of time and effort. And I was about to quit again. You see, those were my major subjects, and if you fail that, you will be held back at least a year. I was about to quit, convincing myself that maybe law school is not for me. Maybe I am not made to become a lawyer. However, my siblings convinced me otherwise. They told me, reset your mind, push the negative thoughts away, review your study habits, and study harder. Try again, keep pushing. Being a dutiful sibling, I did just that. I focused on my studies and improved my study habits. Luckily, when I retook that said subject, I not only passed, but I got very high grades. I was again tested on my 4th year. A few weeks before my finals in the first semester, my father got sick. We had to rush him to the hospital. Me and my siblings took turns in taking care of him in the hospital. Despite the best doctors and best medicines, my father's condition was not improving, it was declining. All the result of the test performed to him came back good. However, if you look at him, his condition was worsening. My sister Ate Badet from UK even had to come home to help us take care of him. The 3rd week of my father's confinement, his doctor talked to us and informed us that his condition is becoming worse and the probability that he will survive is very slim. My siblings and I were very devastated with the news. At that time, I made a promise to my father that I will graduate that school year and pass the bar exam. Sadly, a few days thereafter, my father passed away. I had to take my final exam immediately after the interment of my father. Despite everything that happened, despite the grief, the sadness, and the hurt, I had to focus. I have to review my subjects and pass my final exam because I made a promise to my father. On my last semester in the College of Law, I had to enroll an additional 6 units on top of the regular 21-unit load of 4th year. I had to work a lot harder than my batchmates. I have to focus with my studies and set aside the grief that I was feeling. I have a goal, and that is to stand by my promise to my father, to graduate that year and to pass the bar exam. Luckily, I was able to graduate that year, but that was not the end. After my graduation, I have to go to Manila to have my review for the 2018 bar exam. During the review, I was always on the verge of giving up. I was homesick because it was the first time that I will be away from my child for a very long time, and the grief of the untimely passing of my father is something that I have not yet come into terms with. However, I was determined. With prayers, encouragement of my family, long hours of listening to countless of lectures, numerous bulk of readings, a lot of tears, and sleepless nights, I was one of the lucky ones who hurdled the 2018 bar examinations. I was able to achieve the lifelong dream of my father, and I was able to fulfill my promise to him. I became a lawyer. Right now, I am an associate professor of MMSU, at the same time the legal officer of the same university. And after all my hardship, after all my failure, after all the tests that came my way, it was all worth it. I remember a quote my sister once said to me that I will never forget. Everything is a choice. How you choose your path in life is dependent on you. You see, graduates, achieving your goal is not the end of the road. It is a never-ending process towards happiness, contentment, and self-actualization. Your goal will change as you grow older. For now, all of you are successful senior high school graduates. Most of you will go to college to aim for your college diploma. That is your next goal. Dream big. Amid the COVID-19 pandemic, educational institutions are forced to transition to the new normal, and the pedagogy of teaching changed drastically. Our students, you, must as well adapt to the changes and be resilient in the difficulties that come with it. To our students, I urge you to embrace this new way of learning enthusiastically, with open mind and open heart, with utmost resilience and patience. You can do this. Focus on your studies. Get a part-time job or find a scholarship program if your finances are not enough. Learn to adapt to changes. Know your priority. Find true and worthwhile friends. It's okay to have love life, but know your limitations. I have been there, and it is very hard. Though I succeeded in breaking the stereotypes, I do not recommend it to anybody. Most of all, never give up. It is okay to fail or stumble once or twice in life, but make sure that when you rise higher and bigger and better. For those who will be joining the workforce early, trust in yourself. Widen your option. Don't ever think you deserve less just because you don't finish college at the same time as your peers. Instead, I urge you to save money for your future studies. Open your eyes to the endless opportunities that life has to offer. You are young, vibrant, and full of potential. You can do anything you want. The world is your oyster. Thank you again for this opportunity and congratulations.
We just listened to how our keynote speaker inspired us with her words, the people around her, and her experiences. Thank you, attorney.
Don't ever think you deserve less just because you don't finish college at the same time as your peers. Instead, I urge you to save money for your future studies. Open your eyes to the endless opportunities that life has to offer. You are young, vibrant, and full of potential. You can do anything you want. The world is your oyster. Thank you again for this opportunity and congratulations.
We just listened to how our keynote speaker inspired us with her words, the people around her, and her experiences. Thank you, attorney. Gratitude and appreciation is the result of unity and dedication. Let us hear the closing message of Mr. Joseph B. Danao, Head Teacher 5 of the Related Subjects Department.
The Bukid National Agricultural and Technical School on its 8th Senior High School Commencement exercises sincerely acknowledge the guests, teachers, parents, LGU officials, PTA officials, other stakeholders, and the batch of 2021. The staff and employees of BNUTS who are always there to provide us our needs in this event. Our profound gratitude to all parents and guardians who patronize and believe on our capacity to provide good quality senior high school education of their children throughout the school year, despite the worldwide pandemic that we are experiencing that made the delivery of education a very difficult one. We are thankful, especially to BNUT's PTA officials, LGU officials, and other stakeholders who had shared their time and efforts to make this occasion possible and success. Thank you for all your moral and financial support and your full cooperation. It gives a long way.
They say music is an expression of the soul. A graduation song that will inspire our graduates to go on, believing in their capacity for the fulfillment of their dreams.
We hardly share a glance and greet and know each other. And now our time is up. Each one is packing up. We find another chance to meet again together and fill each other's cup. feel like breaking up. It's this time that almost always makes me cry. Before we say goodbye, I wanna let you know I love you. Thank you for playing my music. Thank you for singing my song. Thank you for sparing a moment, 'cause with you I feel I really belong. Thank you for keeping me company. Thank you for being my friend. And if our paths should cross somewhere, I'd like to sing this song again. And may the Lord our God richly bless and keep you. Together let us call and thank Him most of all. Somehow I'm feeling sad. I know I'm gonna miss you. I'm sure I will recall our friendship most of all. But there's one thing before the day is done, before the night is gone, before the curtain closes, let me in. Thank you for playing my music. Thank you for singing my song. Thank you for sparing a moment, 'cause with you I feel I really belong. Thank you for keeping me company. Thank you for being my friend. And if our paths should cross somewhere, I'd like to sing this song again. And if our paths should cross somewhere, then I'd really be glad, yes, I'd really be glad that I can thank you once again.
As this history is about to conclude, we thank everyone for making this celebration a meaningful and memorable one.
Graduates, congratulations.
Ladies and gentlemen, to conclude this event, may we have the graduates, faculty and staff, and administrative officers for the. This concludes the 8th Senior High School Commencement Exercises and second virtual graduation of the Bukid National Agricultural and Technical School. God bless and thank you for watching.
Thank you.